Welcome to part 5 of the 60 tips for grassroots football coaches compilation.
Try and come up with a 3-word tagline for your team. So, fun, safe, respectful. And this tagline should be about all the behaviours you expect to see from the team and from the players within your team. So this can help create your own team's culture. Let the players come up with what the tagline should be, and then they'll start setting their own standards. Okay, so a 3-word tagline, so fun, safe, respect, for example. Make sure players are respectful to each other and to the coach. Make sure everyone's having fun, and make sure people are safe. And when players break those rules, it might have some of them dealing with the issues themselves, because they're coming up with these lines and these words. You'll also get more buy-in from players on that. Don't always react to games for what you want to do in your next training session. Try and build a seasonal plan so you're working on everything that players at that age need to develop. If you always just react to what happened at the weekend, you're going to miss out on loads of things that players need to learn. So start building up through the season. We need to work on these 10 different technical components, these 10 different tactical outcomes as well. And make sure you build that into your planning. There'll still be times in those sessions where you can react to, we could have potentially done this better at the weekend, or we were good at this at the weekend. But if you just react to that, you're going to miss out on loads of things that players need to learn. They're going to miss at that stage of their development. So make sure you create a seasonal plan of things that you need to work on. Try and film little clips of training or match days. Now you can do this on the phone, depending on safeguarding and what you're allowed to do at your club. Just film little clips of players or the team on your phone. And they might only be filming it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. But then when you go back to that video, you can look at it and look at it in a lot of detail. So next time, if you film 1 minute of one player playing in centre midfield, you could then go and look at that about how were they in possession, what was their movement like, what were they like out of possession, what was their body shape like, what were they showing, what was their communication like. You can learn a lot about a player in a 1 minute video clip. So try and do these and then sit there and analyse it. It also gives you something to work on the players with and to show the players visually that can help them improve as well. If you're trying to get players to move the ball quickly but still want to allow some dribbling as well, you need to encourage decision making about when to pass, when to dribble. So you can either play 1 touch, or you have to have at least 4 touches. This way, players will get the opportunity to move the ball quickly, but if they can't move the ball quickly, they'll have to be composed on the ball. Because that's what happens in a game. If you don't move the ball quickly, you're going to be under pressure. So they need to get comfortable under pressure and be composed on the ball. So players can play 1 touch, or they must have at least 4 touches.
In September, I am running an online coaching course for grassroots coaches. This could be for coaches that are level 1, uefa C licence, or level 2, and it's going to go through everything you need to coach your grassroots team. There will be lots of value in this for new coaches as well as experienced coaches. We'll be running over 6 weeks with a series of webinars. If you miss a webinar, you'll be able to make it up as well. But we'll go through things like how to plan your sessions, how to adapt for individuals within your group, especially when you've got players that are at different ability levels. We'll go through formation, small-sided games, how to deal with some parents, how to create a culture for your team, how to develop individuals around the 4 corners to help them physically, technically, tactically, psychologically. We will go through loads and loads of session plans and session design stuff. In my experience, that's what grassroots coaches want. They want help with designing their sessions and how they can do that over a season. So a large bulk of the 6-week course will be working on creating your sessions, making sure your sessions are appropriate for your players, and making sure your sessions are helping players develop. You can sign up and register interest for this course, and then we will be sending out links about how to get involved and get enrolled on the course. It will be starting in September. Hopefully you're looking at the 60 tips videos that we're currently releasing and going through. And you can find more information on the TSC Coaches Club, which is on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook as Seb Tidy. And we'll have lots of free content out there as well. You can already see a lot of free content on our Coaches Club, which, like I said, is on Facebook. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, there's loads on there. Any coaches you think that will really benefit from this course, please share this with them, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on the course in September.
When you're doing ball mastery practices with the players and they've got a ball each and they're taking loads of touches, make sure you encourage them to drive at players and take players on. They're not going to try and tackle each other because they've all got a ball and they're practicing their dribbling, but there's no point doing a step over and beating a bit of thin air. When you drive towards a player to practice your step over, what you're judging then as a player is, right, how far away do I need to be before I need to start this practice? Start the move. What's my awareness like? If I go that way, where's the space for me to attack? So if I go that way, I can go into that space. But if there's no space there, I need to do the other step over and go the other way. It adds a lot more decisions into the technical skill that they're doing. And when they're going to do a step over or a drag back or any type of skill, they need something there to react to. So that will make them better at doing that skill. So in your ball mastery practices, make sure they're driving at players and going into traffic before they practice the skill that they're trying to do. When you're doing dribbling practices or ball mastery practices, your players are going to be at different levels. So try and incorporate into your practice a really busy area and then a bit more of a quieter area. So it might be you've got a big square 20 by 20 with a small circle in the middle of it. And then you can say to players, who's going to be brave and drive through that circle in the middle? So that will have really heavy traffic, it'll make it really difficult, but then the players that really need to be pushed might go through it. The players that are a little less confident, who still need to take their touches and build up that confidence and that technical ability, might stay out in the quieter areas. But then when you see them getting a lot of success out there, try and use a bit of a nudge by saying, go on, can you be brave and just try and go through that every so often, or look for the opportunity to go through there. But it allows you to balance up working with the players that really need challenging and the ones that need to build their confidence a little bit as well.